Welcome back to the channel, and I'm so glad you're here because today we are going to be talking about how to conquer our fears because we want to live a fulfilled life, we want to live a fun life, and to do that, we have to not be afraid. Okay, so how are we going to do that? First, we are going to define our fear, okay? Because when you define something, it's not as bad. You're like, okay, why do I feel like this? Why do I hate this? And you define that, and then you find a way to overcome it. But the problem is sometimes our fears can be tricky, and sometimes fear can be disguised as optimism. Okay, this is a crazy thing I learned about. Essentially what our brain does is like, you're fearful because you want to maybe like change your career path, or you have to move, or something in your life is creating this fear, like you don't really want to do it because you're afraid. So then your brain just wants to be, it's in that survival mode, like, okay, let's stay safe type vibe, and it just says, okay, well, maybe it'll get better with time, or like maybe I'll just push that off to the future and I'll figure it out, which sounds kind of good, but it's just fear disguised as optimism, which is crazy. But, and then what happens is no action ever happens because your brain tells you that and you're like, oh, that's true. Nothing happens. Then the second thing that fear is kind of hard to overcome is whenever our brain tells us that it's better to stay where you are than to go for it, because what you have in your comfort is better than what you would have if the thing you go for doesn't work out, which is a lie. Because I think what you fear the most is what you need to do the most in life. Because maybe your brain like is trying to trick you into staying in your comfort mode because that's the survival mode of like staying safe, when you know you could do good things and you know you can make an impact on someone's life if you actually went for it. Okay? So that's how fear is kind of tricky, but just remind yourself when you have those fearful thoughts is like, you can't save your one life and like the fun in life for a perfect time down the line, for like in 4 years I'll have fun. No. Let's have fun now, and let's conquer our fears now so that we can truly live an inspiring life for others. And who knows, like if you actually take action and do something that's a little outside of the norms, or going against, that was a loud noise, going against the grain, maybe that will inspire someone else. Okay? So that's another thing. And if you think about it, maybe you are exactly what the world needs. So like, you're scared to make a change, but maybe that's what the world needs. And even if you feel insecure about it, everyone is kind of insecure. Everyone in the world, they have one thing that they're kind of insecure about. So don't let that stop you. And to wrap up this video, just identify your fears and make a list of like your top 3 fears. And then when you write down your top 3 fears, then alongside that, write down the worst case scenario. Like if you went for that job, or if you moved, or if you just whatever you want to do but you're scared about doing, what would be the worst case scenario? Write that out. Then from that, write out the best case scenario. And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a good case scenario. But even if you write out the bad case scenario, you can probably recover from it. Not gonna lie. And the only reason why you fear things is because you don't know what could happen. It's that whole fear of the unknown. But someone does it. It's like whenever there was that person running the mile, they're like, the fastest mile can only be 4 minutes and 30 seconds, or it can only be this much. Then someone, and everyone was too fearful, so they just stayed under that line. Then someone came along and they challenged that fear of the unknown, and they went for it, and they created a sub 4:30 mile. So like, don't let your fear stop you. And to not let your fear stop you, do one thing that scares you every day, So then you build that inner trust within yourself, and then when something comes along in your life, you're not afraid to take action. And yeah, it's gonna be a great life for you if you can face your fears, because 9 times out of 10, sadly, people just stay in their comfort zone and just do that optimistic, fearful thinking, but you won't. And I hope this video was helpful in some way, and I hope you conquer your fears this week and have a great week. So yeah,